Judy Koch was a very dear friend to me and my family for over 40 years. Many of those years were as next door neighbors in Palo Alto. During those years, she was an almost full-time mother of two young boys, who were about the same ages as my two daughters. We saw a lot of Judy and those boys, and it was a fun time. Then, at that time, there was no hint of Judy's astounding future business success after she became owner and manager of her family's small Silicon Valley enterprise. Several years later, Judy took an active interest in my daughter Blythe's promising business success and counseled Blythe frequently and wisely.
We met Judy at one of her fundraisers for Bring Me a Book. And then we had a good conversation about what she was trying to achieve with that. And then we went to one of her gatherings at a Christmas and we became friends. She invited us to join her on a trip to Cuba. And anyway, so the friendship continued. Well, again, this is typical for Judy. Judy organized a trip to Cuba, but the purpose was to bring books to the children. So we went to several centers where there was book reading and where there were, the community was there and she was encouraging reading to those kids. And it was an educational trip. We did sightseeing, but that was her purpose. It was great. The Cuba trip was an example, but whenever there would be a gathering, let's say she would invite us to have dinner, but the conversation was always about what could be done to integrate the reading into the schools, what could be done to engage parents, to talk to pediatricians, to talk to her friend, Deborah Stipek, who was Dean of Education at that time. Anyway, but whenever we had a good time, and we would say, Judy, this was great. She said, yeah, I really like to get together, but it has to have a purpose.
Judy Koch was an inspiration and an absolute powerhouse. She was beautiful. She was full of energy, quick with a smile, even quicker with a compliment. Judy made friends everywhere. She was so warmly received by people because she was honest and she was genuine. She had a way with people that she sliced through all the superficiality of life and she got to the heart of the matter, which was helping people. That is the essence of what Judy did. And her passion in life was children's literacy. She cut through so many barriers to highlight literacy in our community. She absolutely never gave up.
Judy was a truly remarkable person. I think of her as a smiling doer. She really made an impact in whatever she was involved with. She actually got several Google employees with proper safety training to assemble cubbies using heavy-duty machinery. She was also very brave, not afraid to do things differently, an incredibly generous person, not only kind of outwardly, but behind the scenes. I really loved her sense of humor. There's always a smile and a twinkle in her eye. There was really nobody like Judy. A great personality, warm person, but also a doer.
When Judy's many friends in Rotary reflect on our friendship with her, we feel deeply grateful for her life and how privileged we were to share parts of it. By her example, initiating important new avenues of service and staying actively involved to make sure they succeeded, Judy taught us so much. Most importantly, that action was the secret sauce.
The Palo Alto University Rotary Club and our Books Plus initiative is stronger than ever. And now we have Judy by our side always.
Her legacy is, I think, helping young children read. And if I had to pick one word, it would be books, not just because of Books Plus, but because of her total understanding that young people need to be very familiar with books. Judy's Books Plus and everything she did there, the cubbies, unbelievable. Frankly, I married a teacher, and all three of our kids are or were teachers. And I think it's such an important role. And especially, there's an old hokey phrase, you rarely get a second chance to make a good first impression. And the first impression for a young person is to learn how to read. She just underscored and confirmed service above self. And having attended several of the Cubby events and seeing the smiles on the children and their parents, what an incredibly positive legacy.
As we say goodbye to Judy, here's a poem that she loved. Hold on to what is good, even if it is a handful of earth. Hold on to what you believe, even if it is a tree which stands by itself. Hold on to what you must do, even if it is a long way from here. Hold on to life, even when it is easier letting go. Hold on to my hand, even when I have gone away from you.